thought I was crazy at first, before I knew it the days blended with the nights, and I found myself at a new job to accommodate my new lifestyle. Surely just a dog to the people of the city. Showing muscle when needed, showing belly in the form of mixing drinks. Everyone has their vice. I figure a job like this hands me the leash. A shamble of a bar, the broken bar stool, backwater and tucked between an alley, here in this drenched city of Seattle. I met a couple of strangers with similar capabilities. All they wanted were a couple of drinks to get by in the night. Strangers turned regulars, acquaintances, then allies. Christopher Craven prefers to go by KC, a man carrying a burden on his shoulders bigger than any weapon could rival in weight, yet he presses forward, not but a glare in his eyes seeking the top of his destined mountain. Then we have Callan Tor, headstrong, yet quiet as the low breeze drifting between the seal of the windows, the settling creaks of the house. Evidently he's a man and lets his actions do the talking. Lastly, we have Summers. I'll admit, don't know too much about this guy. We only recently absolved him into our group of misfits. He's proven himself capable, though, when he's not passing out before paying the bill. We meet after hours whenever possible. Seems Casey got involved with more of the underbelly, only referred to as the mob from what I can recall. One night he slinks into his usual seat and gives me word of one of his latest gigs. Keeping overwatch on another member, waiting to see if he loosens his tie and gets too close for comfort towards one of his clients. Functioning as our own unit, albeit hastily without much form, we wait in the wings. Wings delivered to us in the form of a man shambling about outside the door, the light tapping of his suede shoes stopping briefly. Silence fills the room. This catches my attention. I scan the room for the others' reaction before making my way to the door. I peer over the window to see a dusty old man who I presume to be homeless. With an audible click, my wrist turns over the latch on the door. Silence fills the room again. My eyes roll. I sternly mutter, Sorry, we're closed for the night. You'll have to get your booze tomorrow. A slow rustling of a chain can be heard, from what I assume to be his dog's. The door clacks as the old man leans on it, and in a dry, emotionless voice, he speaks. The pretty bird took a fall. I hear the slide of a card reach the window of the door, resting in place as the old man shambles on through the alley. Waiting briefly, I grab the card and skim it along the bar of the city's broken dreams, meeting with the tap of Casey's finger catching it. He looks it over. A pretty bird took a fall, I murmur to myself, moving over to the shelf beneath the register. I grab the remote and turn on the news. Seems a young woman fell from the top of a hotel, the same hotel's address is listed on the card as Casey points out. A couple of minutes pass as I finish wiping down the last of the glasses. Casey points to the register, asking me if there are any ditched cards left over. I shrug and humor the clever charlatan. Digging round, I remember a man by the last name of Jameson, who recently found himself in prison, likely not canceling the card yet. It'll do. We make our way over to the hotel. Knowing the city like the back of my hand, I hop on my bike and lead the way for the others. As we make it there, the investigation still seems to be underway. We enter. Casey moves to the front desk. I remember the tension in the room being so tangible you could pierce it with a toothpick. He asks for a room, the tension only being cut by the entrance of another guest. Thank you for your stay, Mr. Jameson. However, we were informed the elevator didn't work. Up the stairwell we go. Top floor, same floor as the Pretty Birds. We take a glimpse around our room, and I make haste to whip up a whiskey sour for myself, finally able to indulge myself after a long day's work. Managing to catch a glimpse of the crime scene, her frame was unidentifiable. The rain carried the light musk of iron up to my nostrils. I feel my skin crawl for a brief moment. Quickly jolting my head as Callan grabs my attention, he points to the elevator, seeing it in use. How peculiar. That leads us to where we are now. What lies in wait for us, God only knows.